Oh my God. The man goes to see his rabbi. He says to his rabbi, Rabbi, I think my wife is poisoning me. I know she's poisoning me. The rabbi says, calm down, calm down. He says, no, I know, but I don't know what to do. I need your advice, the rabbi. Well, give me a chance to talk to her, then I'll get back to you. 3 days later, the rabbi calls the guy and says, I had a long talk with your wife. I talked to her for about 3 hours. He says, yes, so what's your advice? Take the poison. 2 beggars were sitting outside of the Tivoli fountain in Rome. One beggar had his hat in front of him decorated with a crucifix. The other had his hat in front of him with a Star of David. People are walking by. They're all putting their donations into the hat with the crucifix. The priest walks by. He sees the 2 of them sitting there. He says, my good man, this is the Catholic city. No one's going to put money in a hat with the Star of David. As a matter of fact, most Catholics and Christians in the city will probably donate extra to the hat with the crucifix. The beggar with the Star of David turns to the other and says, Moish, look who's trying to tell the Coen brothers about marketing. Oh, this one's cute. It's the year 2016. A Jew has been elected president. He calls his mother and says, Ma, I'm the president of the United States. Are you coming to the inauguration? She says, well, I've got nothing to wear. Ma, I'm going to be president. I can get you a dressmaker. She says, well, I only eat kosher. Ma, I'm going to be president. I can get you a kosher meal. Well, now how am I going to get there? I get you on Air Force One. Come on to the inaugural. She ends up in the inaugural. They're on the reviewing stand. On the left of her, Supreme Court justices. On the right side is the president's cabinet. She nudges the guy to her right and says, you see that guy with his hand up? His brother's a doctor. I like this one. It's sort of longish. A couple invited to a swanky dinner party. They get there, they're amazed. Sadie doesn't believe her husband. When he gets back, he tells his wife, Sadie, I knew the people who lived there were rich, but you have no idea. What do you mean? The bathroom. They have a golden toilet. It's literally made of gold. Sadie doesn't believe her husband, refuses to go to the bathroom just to look at the toilets. The night goes on. Sadie's husband keeps insisting that she goes to look at the toilet. They eventually leave. Sadie goes back without looking. Sadie's husband's still going on about the golden toilet. Sadie finally gives in, decides they will go back to the mansion. They ring the bell. The butler answers. Sadie says, I'm sorry to interrupt your day. Is it Mrs. at home available? How can I help you? She says. I'm sorry to be rude. My husband and I were here last night. Thank you for hosting it. It was great. There's just one thing. My husband keeps insisting you had a golden toilet. I just had to see it for myself. The missus of the house takes a long look at Sadie, turns around and yells up, hey, Morty, I know who's shitting your tuba.
That was my favorite so far. Can I tell some jokes?
Yeah, tell some jokes.
It's from this book, A Field Guide to the Jewish People, Who They Are, Where They Come From, What to Feed Them, What They Have Against Foreskins, How Come They Carry Each Other Around on Chairs, Why They Fled Egypt by Running Straight to a Large Body of Water, and much more, maybe too much more, by Dave Barry, Adam Mansbach, and Alan Zwiebel.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
What is Jewish foreplay?
I don't know. Tell me.
3 hours of begging.
I heard that one in 1947 in high school.
Oh, you got jokes too, huh? Okay. Just this one more. Why do Jewish women like Chinese food?
I don't know. Why?
Because wonton spelled backwards is not now.
Okay, I got one in that, keeping it with that one. Did I ever tell you about the man who was going to marry a very wealthy, a very famous violinist? There was this extraordinarily gifted violinist, an elderly man who owned a very nice Stradivarius worth $2 million. He met this very young woman. They fell in love, and they're going to celebrate their honeymoon by traveling around the world on a cruise ship. But the cruise ship was owned by his old friend from Brooklyn, and his friend from Brooklyn said, it would be the delight of my life as a gift to you, put you on the ship, take you around the world. He said, but, Jaime, a man your age she'll never be faithful to you. You're 80 years old. She's 30 years old. She won't be faithful to you. I'm sure she will. She loves me. She'll be faithful. Let's make a friendly bet. I'll bet my expensive Stradivarius against your expensive yacht that you will remain faithful. So they shook hands. It was a friendly bet. They went for days and days and days. They circled the globe. They finally pulling into the harbor at La Havre, France, and the violinist is so happy he goes into the shower and starts washing himself, getting ready to embark. And he starts singing, "One hour the ship will be ours. 1 hour the ship will be ours." And from the stateroom, he hears his wife saying, "Too late, my dear. Too late, my dear. He's got me by my middle. I'm on my back. He's up my crack. You lost your fucking fiddle."
That's a wrap. Thanks for reading jokes as well as providing your own off the cuff. And I'll see you next time. Do you have any final words?
I do. I love you. I love everybody. And remember, if you're not sure what social distancing is, think of marriage.